I dedicated this podcast to independent artists. I want to give you guys a straight look in the industry, man. Also want to highlight people behind the music scene, business side. When people see people behind the scenes, they don't know who that is. Yo, what's going on, man? Inkz, go aka Mr. B. Now, welcome to Who's That Podcast. We interview the dopest people behind the scenes. And today, man, I just want to talk about keeping the right people around you, right? So as we see in our latest news, a lot of things been going on with artists. Really just because a lot of times when you growing, the people around you may not be growing. Just because you elevating up and up don't mean the people around you is elevating up and up. So what you want to do is make sure you keep a balanced circle around you. I'm not telling you to get rid of your your day ones and stuff like that, but you do want to, as you move up in the world, you do want to bring some more positive people around you. Unfortunately, as you move up, your mentality might not change as fast as you wanted to. If you've been doing something for 20-some years, just because you got money won't change that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've been doing illegal stuff for your entire life, when you get money, you're probably going to do more illegal stuff. Now you got more finances to do illegal stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that probably won't change. You know what I mean? So you have to do your own delegation when it comes to self-development to make sure you're elevating every day, to make sure your mind is moving forward, and to make sure the people around you is in the same thing. You have to also realize you can't save everybody. I know you want to save everybody. I know once you get on, you want to put your whole family on and everybody around you. But unfortunately, you can't do that because some people are detrimental to what you got going on, and you will throw away everything you have that God chose you and blessed you with for somebody else. And now you're in the same predicament as them. One thing you can't do, if you're trying to help poor people out, you can't be poor, right? If, not even poor, dollar-wise, but actual mentally wise, right? If you're trying to help people out that's kind of under the condition, or even if they poor financially, if you poor too, how you going to help them out? Both of y'all poor, right? So for you to elevate and help people out that's kind of, doing bad, you got to be in a situation where you're actually doing well, right? And if you keep lowering yourself to pull somebody else up when they don't want to be pulled up, they just going to pull you down. That's how I go. I know you've seen the pictures on Instagram in different places where as somebody is climbing up the steps, somebody else is climbing behind them, but they got their hands on your leg, right? Because you keep trying to get away and trying to elevate, but they holding you back. Or you got your hand down trying to pull them up, and they pulling you down, right? So you want to just make sure, man, you're keeping a positive circle around yourself and keeping the best people around you, really, man, to be honest with you. A lot of times, you have a lot of yes men around you as you get money as well. As you elevate in your career, you're going to attract a lot of people that's just yes men, right? And to me, those are not the best people to be around because they're not going to tell you the truth when you need it. The hardest thing probably is to tell somebody the truth, right, in an awkward time. It could be very awkward for certain people. Some people it's not awkward for. But if somebody is feeding you, they taking care of everything, and you're on their payroll, and for you to tell them the truth, they can cut you off, and then you got to figure out things on your own, right? But a true friend is not going to sugarcoat and hide things when they know the truth need to be told, right? It's detrimental to yourself to have people around you that's telling you yes to everything when you know you're wrong, right? Right is right and wrong is wrong. So make sure you're not keeping people around you, man, just to tell you yes and make you feel good. Also, don't keep people around you that's doing worse than you, right? If you elevate and you want to get in that circle where it's people doing better than you or a little better than you, all equal to you, so that way you constantly be striving for better. When you have people around you and everybody's doing bad but you, a couple things gonna happen, right? One, you're gonna pay for everything, so you're gonna eventually be where they at eventually, right? Two, you're not growing mentally. You're gonna be stable. You're gonna feel stable because everybody around you is under you, so you always gonna feel like you're on top. In actuality, it's a lot of people doing way better than you, but you don't know that because you're stuck in this one circle where everybody's depending on you to do things. And that could be mentally draining as well, especially for men, right? For men, we typically are mostly the breadwinners in most situations we in. Relationships, family, all that type of stuff. We typically the breadwinners. So everybody pulling on your hand in your pocket, it could be mentally draining. It could be frustrating, so elevate yourself and get people around you that's doing better. There's nothing wrong being around somebody that's smarter than you. As everybody says, cliche as it sounds, you definitely don't want to be the smartest person in every circle that you're in, right? You want to have some people around that could put you on the things. You want to have younger people around. You want to have older people around. You want to have a balanced circle so that way you can learn from different spectrums. And don't ever count somebody out. Like, you can learn from everybody. Whether they older, younger, it don't really matter. You can learn from anybody. You can learn from a baby, right? So don't count people out because they're younger or older, or they might not be in the same financial position as you just yet, because everything that goes up must come down, right? Just because you up, you will not be up forever. You will have your rough times, your hard times, your financially struggling times. Some might happen that could alter your entire life, right? And then who you gonna depend on, right? So don't look at it like I'm always gonna be here. You know what I mean? Always move in that purpose, but don't think you always gonna be there. The way you could treat people any type of way, like you won't have to see them again. You know what I'm saying? So always stay balanced, always stay on track, and have them people around you that's gonna keep you moving forward, especially artists, man. I think that's some of the most important things, is to have a square team around you, right? Have a solid team around you, just because you guys need it the most. You cannot do everything by yourself. I'm pretty sure you've heard it 100 times, and I'm going to be 101 telling you. You can't do everything by yourself. You're going to need a team. You're going to need a balance. You're going to need people around you that generally want to see you win. I always relate it to, like, family, right? So you have those aunties, right? When you could be the biggest person in the world, you could be, I don't care who you is, you got the most money in the world. You get around a certain auntie, she gonna call you by what she called you growing up. She don't care what nobody call you now. What you was Tay Tay back then, now you Big Tay. No, you Tay Tay then when you see her, right? That's the type of love you want to be around, because they gonna be them and gonna treat you the same regardless of how much money you got or how much money you don't have. It's important to keep those people around you, just because they're going to keep you well balanced, man. Now, I ain't saying stay around them, because they might not be mentally in a place where you want to be at, but you always want to go back around that, just because you don't want to get too, high-headed, too cloudy-headed, where you can't even hear no more. Because a lot of times when you get a lot of money or a lot of success fast, you can't even hear no more. Your ears are shut. You can't hear nothing nobody's saying to you, right? So make sure you keep them people around you, man. That's going to keep you level-headed, keep you balanced. Artists, I can't preach that more enough. Keep those people around you that's gonna keep you moving forward, but also keep them around you that's gonna tell you the truth at all times, no matter if it hurts you or it hinders you. Make sure you have somebody tell you the truth. Stay out of trouble as well, man. I mean, we all know the law enforcement is not on our side. We all know the court system is not on our side. We all know the jail system is not on our side. It is designed to, once you get in there, to keep you in there. That's why you're put in a cage. Once you're in there, it's designed to keep you in there. So you can't hoop and holler and cry about how the system is dirty when you know for a fact you shouldn't be in it, right? And I know we all live in certain conditions that we got to do whatever we got to do to get to that level. I ain't knocking you for that. But don't cry when you in that system trying to get out, because you already know it's not fair, and they not playing fair. And they giving you 100 years, 50 years, 20, 30 years for things that you shouldn't be getting that amount of time for. But you indulging in whatever situation you is, you operating outside of the law, it's consequences that's going to come behind that, and repercussions that you got to deal with on the long term, right? So if you can stay out of trouble, please do. If you got a bright future around you, figure out something to hold on to. If you got to get a job, so be it. Just get the job, man. If you got to get a 9 to 5, forget it. Just get the 9 to 5. It don't really matter, to keep you out of trouble so you can get forward. Talent is talent. Right, as you keep practicing, keep moving, it's gonna follow you. It's not gonna go anywhere if you keep practicing on it. But if you out here operating outside the law, then people gonna do something to you. They're gonna lock you up and throw away the key, regardless of what your crime is, because they don't really want to see you in a great position. So putting yourself in that situation, man, is really detrimental to your health, detrimental to your family, everybody that really believe in you. Some people are the chosen ones, and I truly believe that, from a standpoint of not money, but from a standpoint of they was choosing to be the black sheep of their family, or to go to their family, man. And they chosen, and you have that responsibility and the ability to pull everybody out of them situations by being in a situation that is actually profitable and you can make something out yourself. So when you're out there operating outside the law, you know you got something better that you could do. Think about your family, just because you really the one that can pull everybody up. And once you go, it's really it. You take the head off the body falls. It's automatic, right? So make sure you're not operating outside the law if you don't have to. And if you have to, man, take care of the proper precautions to make sure you're safe, make sure your family good. So that way you still can do the things that you need to do, man. Let's recap it for today. Again, welcome to Who's That Podcast. This is Quick Time with Inkz. I always want to give y'all dope information. So again, make sure you're not operating outside the law, man. It's not even worth it. Make sure you keeping people around you that's going to tell you the truth, for sure. Make sure you also keeping a circle around you that's going to elevate you and push you up to the top, not that's going to hinder you or keep you in a cage. make sure that you have those family members around you. Go and visit them sometime. You got that old auntie, that old grandma, that old, or even your mama, or your, whatever, whoever it is, man. Make sure you go and visit them just to keep you well balanced. Again, you might be big Tay now, big whoever, but you love whoever to them, and they gonna call you that. And you need that love around you, because that's just genuine love. You'll never get it again. Once that person is gone, they gave you that love, that genuine love, you ain't gonna get it again. So you might as well actually cherish that, man, and make sure you visit them people, man, and go see your little cousin and stuff like that, because they gonna love you whether you got money or not, man, right? So make sure you stay tuned. This is Who's That Podcast. Be on the lookout for our next episodes, man. We got a lot of dope people coming to you. Inkz the GOAT. We out of here.